How's it going, everyone? We are coming to an end on the PlayStation Store spring sale. I mean, the spring sale is going to end. Another new PlayStation Store sale is gonna kick off. Before you know it, Days of Play will be happening. Y'all really don't have anything to worry about, as you know the world of PlayStation Store sales, but I thought I would highlight some super cheap PlayStation Store game deals if you got a couple of bucks lying around. These are games under $2, games under $1. I just dug up 20 titles that I thought looked fairly good. The majority of these I haven't played. It seems like you guys prefer me to cover a lot of these games that are a little bit lower key, and if you got a couple of bucks laying around, I mean, not too big of an investment. Really, you're not investing that much money into these games. It's more of a time investment that you should be cautious about, because time is the one finite quantity that we all have. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Let's kick it off with Beat Cop, 90% off for $1.49. A throwback art style, non-linear story with multiple endings. Someone framed you and no one cares about this but you. Turn every stone in this city and find out who did that. The further you investigate, the more missing puzzles you'll find, but be careful, some things should never be brought to daylight. The essence of 80s cop shows. Have you ever dreamed of being one of the heroes of cop movies? Of course you did, like we all. Now you have a chance. Stay vigilant and quick-witted, but remember that if this won't work, you can always do some old school jaw-wrecking. It's the 80s after all. The humor that your mom wouldn't approve of. Be sarcastic, be gloom, be whatever you want. There are thousands of things in this world that you can laugh at, and even more you shouldn't, but who cares? It's a jungle out there, and sometimes you just need something to release the stress. Beat Cop is available for $1.49. Next up, if you want more of a relaxing game, have a gander at Islanders. The console edition is 75% off for $1.49, and there is an extra PlayStation Plus discount for $1.19. Explore an infinite number of ever-changing new lands, expand your settlements from sprawling villages to vast cities, and enjoy the relaxing atmosphere. In Islanders console edition, you begin with a blank canvas and a small set of minimalist buildings. Your goal is to populate and enrich each island with your creations, unlocking new buildings as you go by, achieving a maximum score. Points are earned by carefully placing each building, being mindful of their surroundings, like providing clear access to natural resources and making sure entry isn't blocked. When you're ready, you can travel to a new land, exploring Islanders' stunning new environments along the way while building bigger, more expansive structures along the way. The more you build, the higher your score will be, and the grander city you'll be able to gaze upon before starting all over just for one more round. Islanders, again, available super cheap at $1.49 and $1.19 if you're a Plus subscriber. Next up, Air Memories of Old is just 99 cents. The gods of old are forgotten, lost in the events that shattered the world, leaving only fragments of islands in the sky. The mystic world of endless skies, colorful islands, and ancient ruins is in danger of falling into darkness. As one of the last few shapeshifters, you are sent on a pilgrimage to the land of gods. Uncover the secrets that will help save reality itself. Air Memories of Old is available for 99 cents, so a very, very cheap title there. Next up, Storm Boy, $1.19 for non-Plus subscribers. Plus subscribers will get it for 59 cents. Storm Boy had a fairly solid reception on Steam, also a 4.07 over on the PlayStation Store rating, so generally pretty good based on Colin Thiel's 1964 children's book of the same name. Storm Boy takes place on the beaches of South Australia near the mountain of the Murray River, where the title protagonist rescues orphan pelican chickens, one of whom becomes the child's pet and faithful companion, Mr. Percival. Experience an interactive retelling of the classic tale by taking control of both Storm Boy and Mr. Percival in a key moments, such as when the pair rescued stranded sailors during a storm, relive their friendships, and enjoy seaside activities across a wide assortment of fun and relaxing minigames, including sand drawing, sailing, hunting, playing fetch, sand surfing, pelican feeding, and more. Storm Boy, again, $1.19, 59 cents for Plus subscribers as well. Next up, we got Shyness the Lightning Kingdom, down to just $1.99, an action RPG that takes you on a journey across a universe on the verge of collapsing. Join Shadow and his companions on their flying ship as they travel between celestial islands in the wake of the devastated planet. After crash landing on a hostile island, you quickly find yourself in the middle of a conflict spanning multiple kingdoms. However, thanks to Shadow's newfound ability to communicate with the Shyness, a mysterious spirit imbued with magic, this explosive situation might find a peaceful outcome. face off against dangerous enemies in hyper-dynamic fights, mixing magic with traditional fighting game mechanics. Gain experience to evolve your characters, learning new and exciting skills and spells. Become the hero who will ultimately unify the civilizations. Shine as the Lightning Kingdom, again available for $1.99. Next up, we have Flat Heroes, 80% off for $1.99. This game had a really solid reception on Steam, 208 reviews, 95% of those reviews are positive, a 4.29 on PlayStation Store as well, 80% off for $1.99. When was the last time you felt like a hero? Flat Heroes rewards you with that good old feeling of surviving impossible levels alongside a smooth modern design with a minimalist style. With a simple set of movements, run, jump, dash, and attack, and delightful controls, Flat Heroes encourages you to stylishly navigate and survive over 300 handcrafted levels, destroy the most epic bosses around, and truly be the two-dimensional hero you've always dreamed you could be. Easy to learn and hard to master, it's easy to pick up and play, and even easier to learn, but don't let that fool you. During your adventure, you'll face increasingly difficult challenges that will require you to master the game's control. Play alone or share the experience with up to 4 friends on all modes. Drop in, drop out co-op, more than 300 levels, face 10 unique final bosses, and unlimited survival levels as well. Flat Heroes is on sale for $1.99. Next up, we have Intruders Hide and Seek, a first-person stealth game, an intense thriller combining intense psychological terror with the point of view of a defenseless boy. There is a PSVR component as well, but you're talking about a game that is a PS4 game, so you're talking VR1. I don't know who's gonna dig that up. With your parents restrained and your sister hiding, you're stuck in the house with the intruders. You'll have to find your way to save your family. $1.99 for Intruders Hide and Seek. Next up, we have Silence, 90% off for $1.49. During an air raid, 16-year-old Noah and his little sister Rennie seek shelter in a bunker. There, they not only are protected from the deadly bombardment, but also the crossroads of a world between life and death. When Noah loses his sister to Silence, he's forced to venture into this idyllic yet a threatening world to find her. Silence, however, bears its own scars of war and suffering. $1.49 for Silence. Next up, we have Lichdom Battlemage, just 99 cents for this. This is a game that's certainly not great, but I had some fun with it when I played it way back in the day. Like, I want to say this came out back in like 2015 on PC, and I played it all the way back then. A spellcasting game with fast-paced action of a first-person shooter. I thought the spell casting mechanic and utilizing that in a first-person shooter was pretty cool. It's a flashy game from a gameplay standpoint, and for 99 cents, I don't think it's a bad pickup, so want to give that a mention. State of Mind, 90% off for $1.49. This is a game that I often give a recommendation to. I just think it's so incredibly unique from a visual and presentation standpoint, a little bit trippy on that end, narratively fairly interesting. The regular price is way too much, but for $1.49 and sub $2 when it regularly does go on sale, I think it's a pretty decent pickup, and I would say give it a look at that price point. Next up, we have Teslagrad Remastered, 99 cents on this. You've got a complex puzzle title, challenge your sense of logic to cleverly manipulate the world using electricity and magnetism. Surviving the perils of the Tesla Tower won't be easy. Make your way through rich 2D hand-drawn surroundings as you journey into and beyond the Tesla Tower. Visual storytelling and steampunk powered as well. That is available for just 99 cents. And then Teslagrad 2, available for $1.99 as well. Scandinavia meets Metroidvania, the world's first Scandinavania. A grandiose steampunk meets Norse adventure accompanied by an orchestral soundtrack inspired by Nordic folk tones and electronic tracks. Explore an abundant world, discover rich and beautiful 2D hand-painted environments set in a wild and ravaged world full of hidden collectibles, secrets, and lures. Magnetic gameplay, master fluid motion, and epic boss battles and visual storytelling as well. Teslagrad 2, available for just $1.99. Next up, Ganryu 2 Hakuma Kojiro. This is a throwback action title. Ganryu 2 is the sequel to the Ganryu game made by Visco on Neo Geo back in 1999. The universe takes place in a feudal fantasy Japan, which is strongly inspired by the story of Takuzo Musashi, whose adventures are unfolded in a series of books, mainly The Stone and Sword. You play as Miyamoto Musashi, traveling through a 17th century fantasy Japan from north to south to the island of Ganryujima, where everything started between Musashi and Kojiro. A hack and slash inspired by the story of Takuzo Musashi, The Stone and the Sword, released in 1930s by Eiji Yoshikawa, which is one of the most famous story and real samurai in Japan. Explore a 17th century fantasist Japan through seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. Defeat Kojiro in the floating fortress and save Japan. Dash, double jump, wall jump, and throw kunais to defeat various enemies. enemies. Use your special abilities, Kamis, to take advantage of your enemies. Collect Hanafuda cards through levels and a beautiful pixel art game inspired by classics. Ganryu 2 Hakuma Kojiro is available for $1.79. Next up, we have Death and Taxes, 85% off for $1.94. A narrative-based game. You take on the role of the Grim Reaper on an office job. Your job is to decide which people are going to live or die. Your choices will affect the world around you. Keep the chaos away or foil plots to destroy the world and rise through the ranks of Reapers all the way up to middle management. Have a totally normal office job, talk to your boss, get monies, buy stuff from Mortimer's Plunder Emporium, decorate your desk, do paperwork, pet the cat, stare in the mirror, and talk to yourself. Don't let the existential dread set in. Don't let it set in. Listen to the one really catchy tune in the elevator. The game's features note meaningful choices, branching storyline, make your own Grim Reaper, fully voiced NPCs, original soundtrack, original artwork, dialogue options, and an upgrade shop as well. $1.94 for Death and Taxes. Next up, we have The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 2, an action RPG here. It all seems so simple. Defeat the mad scientist and ride into the sunset, but sometimes the fall of a villain only opens the way to a more sinister foe. Monster Hunter Van Helsing returns to save the day again with the help of his ghostly companion, Lady Katarina. The metropolis of weird science is on the brink of destruction as chaos rules the streets. While keeping everything from the first game, the sequel also offers brand new features like the extended tower defense minigames. You can be the leader of the resistance, micromanaging the troops, or giving them missions. Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 2, available for $1.49. Next up, we got Gordian Quest. Lead and nurture parties of up to 3 heroes to save a cursed world from darkness that reigns. Take on dangerous missions where parties must be managed carefully to defeat the increasingly formidable monsters that roam the lands. A campaign mode, realm mode, adventure mode, 10 heroes to choose from, hundreds of skills, train and equip heroes, high replayability, various difficulty levels as well, and loot galore in Gordian Quest, which is available for $1.99. Next up, we got the Technomancer. This is an RPG done by Spiders, and if you know Spiders, you know that you're not getting the best RPG in the world. You're very much getting a AA RPG, but I feel like their games have been getting better and better. Greedfall, I thought, was actually a really solid game, all things considered. Not blow away, but solid. This is an action RPG that takes you to Mars, where you live as a mage warrior. Pretty unique from a setting standpoint, and I thought its ideas were pretty compelling. However, you know, it's a AA RPG that came out a decade ago at this point. Keep your expectations in line if you're gonna jump into this. Definitely rough around the edges. You're not gonna get a in-depth narrative in the sense of a game that's really fleshed out from a story standpoint, but you know, certainly some fun to be had for $1.99. Next up, we have Degrees of Separation, 90% off for $1.99. It's a game that I highlighted in one of our videos where we take a look at some of these underrated games and I play them myself. It's an interesting game that has some really cool gameplay fundamentals, and the style is very cool. I feel like a lot of people are getting into these co-op games that are designed to be played cooperatively. Degrees of Separation does have a solo mode, but you can tell that this is a game that was designed from the ground up with co-op play in mind, and it's really well done in the sense of controlling these, you know, different characters with ice and fire abilities, and how that is woven in the presentation of the game. I think that's the coolest element of it. It's a game that I certainly wouldn't spend $20 on, but for $1.99, if you're looking for a cheap title to play like with your significant other and you don't want to drop the money on Split Fiction, like Degrees of Separation is a decent time, and for $1.99, I don't think it's that bad of a pickup. Them's Fightin' Herds, 90% off for $1.99. We highlighted this game as well, and the deluxe edition is on sale for $3.99. I wasn't crazy about Them's Fightin' Herds, but I totally get why people really dug it. I think the visual aesthetics when you get into the combat is really well done. The single player campaign has some depth to it. I thought the platforming sections were a little bit dicey, but overall for $1.99, I do think this is a solid pickup, and I think there's certainly some fun to be had there. And lastly, we have Sclash, which is down to 99 cents. Slash your way to victory. Sclash is an easy to pick up but hard to master 2D samurai fighting game full of tension where one hit is enough to kill. Play as a hand-drawn samurais in beautiful painted settings and fight your opponent in epic and solemn duels where each move matters. Manage your stamina, breathe, and take your time to land a deadly hit. Choose between 5 characters in battle offline and online in 16 beautiful stages to unlock 50 plus skins for your samurai. Sclash is available for 99 cents. And that's gonna do it for me. Certainly not blow away games here, but some decent titles for sure. With games like Them Fightin' Herds, I think a lot of people are gonna end up enjoying that if you pick that up for just $1.99. And Beat Cop for $1.49, Air Memories of Old for just 99 cents. Certainly some super cheap games to check out. Links to all of these, as always, in the description box below. That'll do it for me. Let me let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.